Hey, what's going on, everyone? New World Order Survival Guy. All right, I just want to know is United States, Ukraine slash NATO trying to stoke Russia's flames? Or is it just another smoke and mirrors with the globalist? That's what I think it is. But I want you guys to decide. Now, um, it is pretty nuts that Russia appears to be poked in the chest by NATO. Anything and everything Russia says that would be a final straw or the red line in the sand has happened. I mean, he'll come on every other damn day and be like, if they fire long range missiles um, brought to Ukraine from NATO, from United States, that is calls for a nuclear attack. Soldiers up on their border from United States, European nations firing missiles over. Anything and everything they said is a red flag, and immediately it's been done. So either it's a pretext for a real strike from Russia on one of the selected territories, which I'll tell you the truth, I'm doubting that there's going to be a strike on the United States mainland, at least. It's just, I don't know. It's just hard to believe. We've been going through these threats since before the Cold War. And it's just, I don't know. It's kind of exhausting to hear that. Which I'm glad it hasn't. But on the other hand, I'm tired of hearing the smoke and mirrors of false flag threats and stuff like that. So we'll see what's going to transpire. But meanwhile, Ukraine just did another strike on Russia with these American / NATO long range missiles, hitting more targets in Russia. So Biden giving nukes to Ukraine is the next deal for the news headlines. And, if long range missiles are a problem with Russia, then the other next red line is nukes from U.S., from Biden, to Ukraine. What is Putin going to say next? If they do that, that's a pretext call for a nuclear strike against NATO. Either one nation or the other. I mean, I don't know. I'm not seeing much being done through Biden's threats. So I guess, that's just to be seen. Because this, I don't know what to say, man. What is Ukraine doing? If this is legitimate war outside of a global operation, What is Zelensky doing? I had some shows a few months back about Zelensky and Ukraine. I mean, is he just trying to genocide his people or what? What is he doing? He gets some strikes on Utah and then, or not Utah, Russia, and then Russia annihilates just thousands at a time. I mean, how many people are you going to have slaughtered due to the hands of Russia? And why you keep doing this when you're a lot weaker country and solely dependent on foreign aid and weapons? I mean, that's like a genocide mission. Then he buys this multi-million-dollar mansion in Western Europe, like already, getting ready to head for the hills. It kind of reminds me of that Adolf Hitler, how it was all, this World War II shit, and then they set up him to say that he killed himself, and then that was it, which is farthest from the truth. What he did is America helped him escape, part of Operation Paperclip, and they flew him and got him out of there, where he ultimately spent his rest of his life, the rest of his days, until he was 80 something, in Argentina, South America. So, is this going to be one of them type of evacuation deals for Zelensky? I don't know. But it's quite amazing to me that he's just on a rampage, suicidal mission, and he's not even technically part of NATO, so they're not even having his back fully. They're just U.S. and UK and stuff just shoveling missiles and arms to Zelensky. Use these, and he's just blindsiding, preemptively just, okay, and just launching, doing haymakers over there to Putin and Russia. That just seems not logical to me. Not at all. I mean, if anything, wouldn't they be using him to start some shit? But like I said before, I believe this is all just a globalist play out to reel in the New World Order. And I stand by my word on that, because that's what this is. Biden, Trump, Putin, Zelensky, Netanyahu, and all them other participants in this globalist New World Order. So that I ain't got much to say tonight. I'm just want to just go on this Russia red line thing. So far, I mean, you've been hearing on the news that, he's not bluffing. He's not bluffing. He usually bluffs, but he is not bluffing no more. Yeah, I believe they're ready to amp up shit like this, but I don't believe the United States is in any imminent danger as far as nuclear weapons wise. I believe our danger comes in many other different forms. Could be weather warfare, these invaders that were let in, the economy, just stuff like that. That I don't believe that we're gonna be attacked. I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion. I just don't see it, or at least as of now. I just see Ukraine, NATO, stoking the Russians' flame, or at least putting it out there like that, so Russia could have a pretext to go ahead and attack. I believe the attacks from Russia, maybe European nations, obviously Ukraine. Poland is in and out of this whole equation. I can't really figure that out yet. It's kind of like China. China's in and out of the equation. They're supposed to have Russia's back and stuff, but you don't hear nothing from China. Just every once in a great while, they'll poke their head in, say some shit, and then duck back out. So I don't really understand that. North Korea apparently has troops and brigades and stuff like that in Russia, going into Ukraine and stuff. They throw in their little threats, but at the same time, they're not really saying or doing much. South Korea pops in, or you think that there's going to be a big old controversy, some sort of war kicking off between North and South Korea. Hasn't happened. There's a few shots sprang out, couple bridges destroyed between the two nations. Not much. And like I said a couple of days ago, you ain't hearing nothing from Iran and Israel. They're like these little moles, like at the arcades. They just pop their head in and out. So I don't know. But Russia keeps saying red lines, red lines, red lines. And not much has been done as promised, or as said at least, for those who cross those red lines. Maybe he's just holding his patience to the extreme and he's about to explode. I don't know. But I'm not buying this World War III as they're saying it. I believe this World War III is against the citizens of the globe. But like I said, we have to wait and see. Everything hurts the people. All this hurts the people, and it benefits the globalists. It benefits these so-called world leaders that get paid by the globalists to take the world over and play this scene for them. So that's basically all I got. I just wanted to pop my head in and bring some of this stuff to attention. If you haven't noticed yourself, been hearing stuff about before Christmas, and there's going to be nuclear war and all that. But then last month I heard that about Thanksgiving, and the month before that, Halloween, and before that, it's just a big smoke and mirrors. It's just trying to basically keep us in the line of fear. Keep us in a line of danger, of so-called danger. Keep us on our toes, and then they keep on extending the timeline, the time frame when that time is about here. And these freaking YouTubers are eating this shit up. I mean, it just amazes me because I've been watching a lot of these guys for a long time, and they'll say this kind of shit like almost every day, and then years later they're still saying the same shit, and they got thousands of viewers per day. It's like, man, that's crazy to me. um, so, I mean, I don't suggest freaking out about any of this. It's just a matter of staying prep. And if this civil unrest kicks in, which I believe it does, especially about the time Trump will be inaugurated in, there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to be willingly wanting to go back. Because they go back, I'm sure they'll face prosecution and be re-sent to prison. And it just figure that out, man. It'll be chaos in their lives. So they're not going to want to go back. So they might put up a fight. We'll see. We'll see. But, you know, at the very least, Trump's going to stop giving them money, stop taking care of them. Because if he didn't, then his followers, Trump's supporters, are going to be pissed and it'll be too obvious. So Trump's going to have to do something. And it's going to demonetize, defund these illegals. And these illegals are going to be roaming the streets, robbing people. Because what else are you going to do? So, something to think about. Something to think about. Perhaps loading up and stocking up on ammo. If you haven't already got yourself your fair share of firearms, I'd recommend doing so. Home security, guard dogs, I mean, whatever floats your boat on that. As much protection as you can get, I'm sure it'll be very useful in these times coming, because these foreign invaders are going to be pissed, and they're going to look for ways to take care of themselves while they're here. They're going to do what they can to stay here. So, load up. Who knows what's going to happen? You got wars and rumors of wars. Rumors of how much this stuff is going to amp up. They're all over the place with it, so we don't really know exactly, as far as me and you know exactly what's going to transpire. What we do know is we want to be ready for anything and everything. I'm expecting some sort of martial law, some heavily civil unrest, possibly civil war between the retarded libtards and everyone else, against everyone else. Maybe that won't happen. But something's going to happen. It's coming because the New World Order is coming. Anytime you think you got something like that figured out, they switch it up. Always have us chasing the rabbit. So, Putin got his so-called red line. Where's our red line? I think they spoon feed us to such an extent that American citizens no longer have a red line. They spoon feed us little by little, and it gets you accustomed. It's like that saying with the frog in the boiling water, which come to find out that's not a true thing. With you throw a frog in water and let it slowly come to a boil. I read up on that. That's not true at all, but the saying, anyways. So, it's this is a crazy world, man. I mean, we're sitting here in despair, waiting for our demise, watching before our very eyes our country get dismantled and destroyed. And you get Republicans and Democrats that do this, point fingers, and we're just supposed to just sit there and blame the other party that you don't favor. They get you to believe there's only two parties. Everybody else is null and void and conspiracy theorists. But it's really simple just to open your eyes and realize that both parties are both corrupt. As you can see with Trump, all these people that he's pulling into office and all this. I mean, just like last time. So, I don't want to scold anybody. I just want you to keep your eyes open and pay attention. Because it's not going to be no cakewalk. It's not going to be a joyous walk on the beach when Trump comes in. The craziness is not going to stop. He's going to be president till 28. A couple years later after that, 2030. Agenda 2030. We're going to see what's the facts on that, or if it's going to get pushed off further. But it seems like they have this in overdrive. So, I don't know. The show's about Vladimir Putin and his red lines that don't seem like he's acting on those red lines threats. Maybe it's coming. We're going to see. All right, everybody. Have a great night. I'll try to do another show with a little bit more meaning to it. I know this was kind of a dull show tonight. I just wanted to make that point out. It just came to my head. I just had to say something about it. But if I don't see you, have a happy, great Thanksgiving. And like I said, I'll try to do a show before then. If not, I'll do one shortly thereafter. So, all right. New World Order Survival Guy. Please like, share, and subscribe. And have a good night.